Okay, part two, guys. What's going on? I still got the mutt with me, and I'm going to get to his video eventually, as soon as I find out which one it was that he was going to talk about. It's 13 after 1 p.m. West Coast time, Saturday, the 27th of December, 2025. We were at John C. Roseman, California. What's going on, guys? So when I keep watching all these YouTube videos out there about the president having condition fits regarding affordability and yelling and screaming his head off left and right, kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, what is this guy's major malfunction? He talks about it originally before he got in office for the second time, and then he's like, it's a dirty word. It's the wonder he's to butt up every joke out there, and this guy just does not know what the hell he's talking about half the time. He thinks he's so smart, he thinks he's so intelligent. No, he's proven to be more of an old doddering fool than anything else. Affordability? I was trying to get something into it by talking to you about my own DoorDash experience. Okay, guys, let's do a geographic here, shall we? Shall we walk across Google Maps? Get your map app out. Sign it in. You're going on a quest. And you have no idea and reason why I'm dragging your ass over through this one. So on the Google Maps, it automatically defaults to my hometown currently of Rosamond, California. The armpit of the Antelope Valley, California, right next to Edwards, Evolspez. Y'all. And if you happen to put this town in the center where you have the 14 freeway going on a slant like this going across the town, west side on the left, east side, and then Edwards. But we're looking at the west side of life on the 14 freeway right next to it, which is your major shopping hub. The Albertsons, and there's also a grocery outlet in there. I'm not quite sure if grocery outlet ever did anything about things over there. I gotta check that out. No, I gotta check out things like that because I hadn't shopped over at grocery outlet. I've shopped over at Albertsons so many times because it is the place to get grub at. So I never did any shopping things over it, but it looks like I may have to, just to see what the hell they got. So if you looked at Google Maps and you got a close-up at the shopping center, Albertsons on the top, and everything else on the south side of town, on the bottom there. And that's where all the grub's coming through and from. And that's for the DoorDash. Well, that's what I'm doing right now, is the DoorDash. Because I want to know what I'm going to get. I know what I can get over at Albertsons because I've been doing it for so long. I've got a shopping list already automatically, and I can always modify it a great deal to get stuff. But as for what I want for groceries, I got to see what I'm looking at here. I know I'm overdue for shopping. And before you shop, I'm going to talk as a consumer and a shopper. One must know how much you're going to have and spend and how much left over is going to be lasting until the next check. That makes sense? Would for me. Produce, meat. Okay, so we're over here in grocery outlets to see what kind of meat they got. So as the computer stops doing what it's doing. 59 result? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, get a whole ground pound, about $5.29 for a 1 pound roll. Ground patties, 6 count for $6. That's $1 a piece. An outside one that I don't usually deal with, but it's about the same price. Angus beef. It's about nearly $16 for 10 piece, for 10 pound. They didn't exactly tell me how much the fat ratio is. Of course, if I wanted to get ground beef, they would also have, goes up to about 6 pounds. No, 3 counts something. I don't know what they're doing. Pork chops, small ones, $4 a pound. Processed meat like crazy. You got your hot dogs, you got your ground beef, you got your ground sausages. Oh. Skinless thighs, fillets. About $3.50 a pound. Not that nice. Kobe beef. Haven't seen that one in a long while. $7 a pound. It's a blend. Ground turkey a bit. Costs about $5 a pound on that one. Depending on which particular tube you're getting. They range from $5 to $10 for ground turkey. And they say this is affordability. They call this affordability. I'm saying hot dogs. Jumbo jumbos for $9 in a package. Hebrew National, $5.50. How about that one? I like a good Hebrew National. Hadn't had that in a long while. Turkey Links. I haven't seen that one in a long while. $7 a package. Well, I'm usually getting the flat ones for the sausages, but they're not turkey links. I gotta try those one of these days. Bun links, Franks, $10. Actually, $1 a package for about 8 of them, I think. Very limited when it comes down for the meat deals they have over there. But then again, it's a smaller store dealing with smaller volume. So I don't go shopping over there all that much. I'm usually doing Albertsons because you got the volume I need and want at this point. But it's still affordability that I still look for at this point. I don't go to 99-cent stores as some people would, because it would be nice to go to a 99-cent store to afford such luxuries. You're able to walk it over there, get it, or even through DoorDash. I'm going to do DoorDash on them. At least I want to make it a little bit more better for the guys who are doing the delivery, because they do a lot. And because we've got celebrations coming up, how am I going to be able to get or afford something that I want? I got a shopping list I still have to make up, so I can get the shopping done tomorrow. Monday's going to be fun. I'll get over to urgent care and take care of my lousy foot. Or both feet anyway, just to see what's going on. I kept hearing the political crap coming out of Trump's mouth and some of the other spokespeople, and then the independents out there talking about it on social media a great deal. They're having a field day over this guy. They're laughing their asses off, especially when Trump keeps talking about affordability being a liberal thing when he was talking about it and campaigning on it shit. Kind of pissed me off about it. Does you know how much it costs for milk out here in the West Coast? For a gallon? Just for the store bought, just for the store brand. $4 a gallon? Or roasted chicken. I get those every 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe more. $10, it's about $10.70 for a package. Sometimes they're small and withered, and sometimes they're a little more polyper, but it's roughly about the same. And their chicken's already processed cooked. All they got to do is be heated up at Albertsons, thrown into batches where they're ready for people to grab and eat. That's what we use. And I'm trying to keep things on the affordability. I look at the limit, how much I've got to spend, And then I got to start dividing and looking at what can be bought and what can't be bought, and what's not going to be bought in a long time. What's a once in a while treat or once in a while survival that you may or may not throw up on, such as frozen burritos. Maybe a long time ago, my body could adjust to it and have it for no problem. I had that for Christmas Eve dinner. Let's just say that I am not fond of, during this time of season, for Mexican cuisine as much as I love it. And some holiday seasons, I always looking forward to either maybe roast beef, maybe ham, or something else. But I'll do something about that when I can. Or I could treat myself with some sweets like crazy. I still have a container full of chocolate chips about 2 or 3 weeks old. Still in a Ziploc bag, keeping the bugs away from it. And in the refrigerator, I got 2 bags of donuts, chocolate and glazed. If I really want to indulge in my sweet tooth, I'm ready to rock and roll on it. And this is not using SNAP benefits either. This is using Social Security money that I shave off to use for food. And this is the things we go through, isn't it? Trying to be grateful and thankful for some of the food I've got right now as it is, trying to make sure it lasts a little bit longer, and then hopefully make the rest of the time the season we've got right now manageable. Despite the fact I may have some apple juice still stored in the refrigerator, I'm still looking to deal with mulled wine all over again. In order to get that done, I need some stuff. I'm going to price out some stuff while you're here. What was it, Angus stars they had? I never tried that stuff. I just do my own stuff. Okay, so I've got a package of cloves as it is, but what I need is cinnamon sticks. I need cinnamon sticks. And I don't care the store brand or national brand. Because I am on a budget, I am going to get what I can get. It's not the ground, it's going to be the sticks. Ground's not bad if I was going to do something with the ground, but I'm not. I've got about 261 results just typing in cinnamon sticks over at Albertsons. Oh, that ticked me off. Okay, Millipass for 1 small ounce. That'll be about $2.80 for smaller sticks of cinnamon. 1.5 ounce, about $3.60 on that one. McCormick ground. I don't want the ground. I want sticks. I like sticks. Haven't had packaged cinnamon rolls in a long while. I'll get those eventually. So Millipass has been out of stock for a while concerning about their sticks. However, McCormick has theirs, and this is where it gets you, especially if they're imported or local. The Millipass that I've seen Albertsons carry, that's usually local, but that's not the store brand. Or could have been the store brand anyway, for it anyway. But they only have the ground cinnamon. See, for me, if I'm going to be fixing my mulled wine, which is made from apple cider or apple juice, and then throw in the sticks and some cloves, which I've got, it makes a pungent, spicy drink. At least for me, once I get it heated and worked on. Tell me something I already know. Yeah, she's fussy. She's always fussy. And since I already got pastry in here anyway, in my refrigerator, I don't think I need anything else for that matter. But as for the sticks, $8.50 for McCormick. but I need the sticks. I need the length. I need the amount. And that's going to cost a lot. That's supposed to be on the thing for low to high. Of course, I'm going to stick it on my regular grocery run at this point. Now, let's just say if I wanted to get any, oh, what are we getting here? Come on, guys, get off the damn thing, wait. Oh, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, now you clear off. Thank you. I want, Martinelli's. Martinelli apple. Oh, the general stuff on that one there. So let me see what I got. There you go. There we go. Okay, for a tall bottle of sparkling cider, $2.50. Originally it was $5.49, but since we're getting closer, they're saying, what the hell? What the hell is this blush bottle? Apple juice bottle, if I have it. It's going to be about $2.39, so it's on sale as well. What the hell is this other bottle I've seen? Blush? What they said? Apples. Hint of cherry. So it's an apple cherry bottle, which I hadn't seen in a hell of a long while. Okay, I'll get that one. What the hell? We got me another apple. Martinelli. Just for the relevance of it. But this is the kind of stuff that I'm looking at to get. And to me, it's nothing wrong with it. I'm just getting it. A holiday season like this, I'm trying to find things that'll make this holiday season a little bit liven up. And yes, I had been taking down some of the decorations left and right. Christmas is unfortunately gone. So I keep up some of the decorations all year long. I'm not going to stress over it. Now, if I wanted to get any more dried coffee, please dried coffee, yes sir. I'm going to have to pay $8 over through Amazon Prime. And if I want to get any more apple juice, apparently they don't have any more apple juice available. But they do have Tang and Gatorade. When I was saying about it in the last video I did about affordability and how much money one can spend, I usually take the balance of what I've got left of the money, divided by how many days I've got, and that gives me a little bit per day what I'm allowed to spend. And by that calculation, it would tell me what I can get and what I can't get immediately, and what's going to be needed immediately or not. If I can get it, I'll make it last until, well, see, 27, 28, 29, 30, 71. That's 5 days right there, and then there's about 1 or 2, 7 days. 7 days! Can it last on 7 days regarding my tank? I mean, I could buy about almost $4 for a small container of Tang. I can get it for myself if I need to through Amazon. But as for affording stuff, that's a different thing altogether. And since I've already got about 2 bottles left in the refrigerator, I don't need to get the bottles yet, or the ciders. They're just there. So I don't need them, but I would need some of the spicing after the first. These are the things I make choices on regarding what luxury I can and cannot afford. People may go crazy over beer. I go crazy over food prices. Sorry. Just trying to get something worked on over here. I know it sucks for me not having the Christmas stuff all year, but it's also a place for the bugs to infest. That'll be the mixture, last of it, of Gatorade and Tang. Am I going to be celebrating the New Year's? Well, if I can. Monday's the 29th, Tuesday's the 30th, and Wednesday's the 31st. So in order to spend, or actually in order to celebrate them, I probably wouldn't have to do a grocery run either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, because I don't want to screw myself over one way or another. But I just wanted to get these things out for the last minute videos and to talk about things that matter the most, including being a good consumer. So me blathering about. That being said, guys, I'm not done yet not until the next year anyway.